ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to get underway. If everyone can find their seats and remember to enjoy the show. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Wow.
Welcome to Coming of Age.
Yeah.
For another edition. This is a podcast where we watch movies and we fucking kill ourselves and hate everything about it.
This is the worst. We hate ourselves. We hate everything we do. No, we really don't. Thank you for listening to Coming of Age. Today sucked, dude. Today sucked, dude.
Today was pretty stupid, and I was very excited.
I was too. I was really excited for today. Today is not what I wanted. Last night was fun.
Last night was super fun. It's Sunday, the 29th, right after pretty much when we had Halloween.
It was the Halloween in our town, man. Guys, I don't know if you celebrate Halloween on the 31st or on the closest Saturday to the 31st, but we celebrated on the closest Saturday.
Yeah.
And today we had a whole episode planned for you. And it was great. And then our guest is passed out on the couch right now. He's still drunk. He's still drunk, sleeping.
Really? I think it's more so he didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
He didn't sleep at all. He didn't sleep at all.
We were just
up
making
until like 7:30
making jokes. He actually told me of a joke that I made that I don't remember making last night.
What joke?
We were all on the couch. There's like four of us on this wraparound couch in Chase's house. And apparently I woke up at we went to sleep at who fucking knows what time. 3 or 4 or something.
You fell asleep at 5 or 6.
What? I don't think so.
No, you definitely did, because we were watching Vampire's Kiss at 4 o'clock. Yeah, it was so much later than any of us thought. But I didn't realize how late it was until all of you had fallen asleep and me and Ben were awake, and it was 7:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
And we were like...
Okay, well, I don't know when I made this joke then.
It was at some point in the
Doesn't
evening.
matter. People were asleep. Ben was not asleep. And I woke up and just said, human centipede, ha ha ha, and then farted. And I have no recollection of that at all. And our friend Carly, I'm pretty sure the head was right next to my butt when we were.
Oh yeah? Was she laying on you at the...
Yes.
Yeah.
So good times.
That's funny. Sorry, Carly, you're going to be on here one day. You'll probably hear this in my office when we're mixing it. For all of you who don't know Carly, you will one day.
Yeah.
But she's pretty famous, so you should fucking know her already. But
yeah, I won't, I won't say her last name.
I'm not going to say her last name until she's here, until she signed the release.
Yeah, exactly. Until she pays to be on the podcast, because that's what happens.
You have to pay to be on here. And our guest tonight paid, so
we're fine without it being on here. It's totally cool.
He's passed out next to us. You're across the room, guys. We might fuck with him later. We'll probably post a video from last night to accompany this podcast, just to demonstrate the Halloween spirit that we were in. And in that spirit, we tried to watch a couple Dracula movies.
Yeah.
We tried.
We really tried to watch.
We really fucking tried. Okay, so we started Dario Argento's Dracula 3D, Rutger Hauer.
Which I was very fucking excited about. I was literally all week, I was talking about it. I was like, man, I haven't seen this film, but it looks ridiculous.
It sounds crazy.
Which, it was ridiculous in some aspects, but it was pretty just fucking ridiculous. Lame. And
it was ridiculous in all aspects.
Fuck.
And what's surprising is that it was lame and boring as fuck because of how ridiculous everything was. Mm-hmm. But it was still so unwatchable. The fucking exterior shots.
Literally,
I don't even know how
the first shot where I was like, oh my fucking God, was when he's talking to the train conductor, and there's the fucking green screen mountain in the background,
and there's a real set
After
involved.
Effects smoke, animated smoke coming from the train,
and he starts swatting for the fly that flies into the 3D space. It's obviously like a 3D effect. Like
Yeah, it's like CGI fly.
Yeah, he's like fake swatting a fly. I don't know what to make of this movie, man. The whole movie is like this, and it's a softcore porno. Starring,
Which is the best part about it, which is not good for a film.
but they're so stiff. Like she I mean, not the tits, but like the actress herself is so stiff. It's like, you're hot as fuck. I would never sleep with you. Like, acting like that, like that.
You gotta give me something. Be a human, please.
And then the one sex scene she has that's like natural, the guy's like nowhere near actually being able to. The position they're in isn't even conceivable in the way that they're staged.
Yeah. There's no way you would conceive a child
that way. You
couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. You're just dry humping naked at that point. Mm-hmm. Too close, but not close enough. Ugh. The movie's terrible. Alan, I hated it. I'm so sorry that I suggested it. I'm so sorry that I tried to bring Ben into it. Like, it ruined everything. It's the worst.
What does Brian Hamrick think about it? Because fuck you, Brian Hamrick.
Hamrick, I know you're going to be on this podcast one day, and I'm going to show you this episode just before you come on, because fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you. I can't believe you gave this to me. I know why you did. Because, Hamrick is amazing. Hamrick's an amazing person.
Yes, I love him.
Amazing guy. Loves anime. He's a weeaboo to a certain extent, in a positive way.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, weeaboo is like a negative thing in Japan, but it's like a guy who loves anime so much he like stays in his apartment and just always watches anime, and like they're the guys who get like anime pillows. Like James Franco plays a weeaboo in 30 Rock. When he's dating Jenna, like he's playing a weeaboo, and he's got like the.
But there are certain
stages.
people who can be,
there are degrees to
great
it,
and terrible.
There's terrible weeaboos, and then there's Hamrick, and Hamrick's not a terrible weeaboo, but he's a weeaboo. He's a great guy.
Yeah. But he's into other things too. It's okay.
He's into lots of
different
likes
things. He likes synthesizers and shit.
And tea and coffee and that's his hobbies, man. He watercolors.
I hope you're offended, Brian.
Please don't be offended, Brian. I agree with you that tea and coffee are a hobby. They can be a hobby.
They can totally be a hobby.
And you have them as a hobby. Synthesizers are your biggest hobby. And anime is your biggest hobby, but synthesizers.
They're more like a supplement to your hobbies.
Yeah. But he gave this to me, and I know he thought like it has nudity. It's Dario Argento.
Yeah.
Dario Argento, who makes Suspiria. It's a great movie. It's awesome. We would actually enjoy watching it one day on this podcast. Would like to do that with you. And it's not an unwatchable movie. It's
not a movie that we're just gonna, when we get third of the way through it, just start skipping.
Yeah, through like where's Rutger Hauer? Where's the character I really want to see? No, Suspiria from the beginning is just like beautifully shot. It's like incredibly well shot and like colorful, and it's like a classic giallo film. It's like the giallo film, which is an Italian horror genre, which Dario Argento is famous for, and everything you know about Dario Argento, you go, oh, Dario Argento's Dracula, 3D, oh, it must be meta, hilarious, self-aware, great.
No.
No.
Not at all. Fucking
horrible.
Sludging through this goddamn movie.
It's fucking horrible. It's like The Habit.
Wanted to watch it with Ben in particular because of his
affinity for nudity and naked women.
Exactly.
His like satisfaction from watching a movie with pornographic elements.
It's amazing. It's just to hear the comments come out of his mouth.
It's amazing.
It's the best.
Like, even if he hates the movie, the things he has to say are
even this time around with this terrible movie that I hated so goddamn much, it was the best part of watching it.
Was Ben's reaction.
Yes.
And I mean, even going to get the batteries to record this podcast for you, Ben had funny things to say. And unfortunately, none of you are ever going to hear those things because he's asleep on the couch.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Look at his little hobbit feet. They're just so dirty.
He's like the Jewish Elijah Wood. He's like Frodo Baggins. He was born in Israel.
Okay. Welcome to Coming of Age. My name's Alan Loosebrock.
My name's non-anti-Semitic Chase.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. We're getting a little drunk because we're really trying to cope with this. We switched movies.
Okay, so
for this
this
podcast.
movie was so bad that we watched the climax in 1.5 speed after skipping through two-thirds of the movie. Watched the climax, didn't finish the movie, closed it out, and then decided to go, let's watch the better Dracula film. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, Gary Oldman,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, Carrie Elwes, Tom Waits. What could go wrong?
Which starts off fantastic.
It's an incredible,
It's just it's so fantastical, and it's like, oh my god.
And you're like, I love this, I love this, I love this. Oh my god. I've
Is
only
it
watched
over?
43 minutes and it feels like 2 hours. And then we didn't finish this one. We made it, an hour and 40 minutes in. There's
Which
20
is
minutes left.
interesting that there is pacing elements that are very similar to in
There
each
are
movies.
lines that are almost the same.
Yeah.
In both movies, which is crazy to me. That like when the wolves are howling and he's like, what are this? They're howling like it's crazy, and he goes, the wolves, it's the music of the night or something like that.
Yeah, but
like,
there's source material for both of these, obviously.
and the source material is obviously the most erotic smut of the 19th century. Like what?
That's why it's so popular.
There are too many similar. I've not read it. I need to read it.
I've not.
Is it
But
popular
is it
because
gonna be-
is it popular because it's a classic horror story, or because it's a classic horror story that is legitimately like Twilight of the 19th century? Like Dracula is like going to find his love, and there's all these sexual innuendos the entire time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
That is very true.
Both movies are like, to varying degrees, a lesser and better porno. It's like watching Reality Kings versus Brazzers or something. Like,
God damn it. I don't want to talk about that on this podcast.
I don't either. I'm just saying. The film is Francis Ford Coppola's is not smut, but there is a smut element to it that is similar to the Dario Argento. That it has to come from the source material, and is that source material like the erotic fiction you would find in a Walmart?
Yeah, well, you're talking about very like Freudian when we were watching it as well, and it is so like
let me touch it. Oh, the
it's
rain
so,
makes them
like
wet.
it's just like
horny.
all primal fucking sexual feelings throughout the whole thing, and I actually made a note from the first film we watched, Dracula 3D.
Yeah.
But we both noticed it when when Jonathan, the character who looks like fucking Gaston from Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
goes and meets the mayor. he says, "Good morning, Mr. Mayor," like sarcastic.
I literally wrote sarcastic mayor response. What?
He's like, "Mr. Mayor," like air quotes almost. Like he might as well have been doing air quotes. He was like, "What the fuck is that?"
I don't understand. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Mayor. And then they greet each other like they're old friends. Mm-hmm. And that was a normal, like, greeting. I don't know. That movie is so bad, man.
Yeah. Fucking woman fucking like smashes the picture of his girlfriend on the ground.
Yeah.
And he like is like, "Oh my god damn it." Goes to pick it up, cuts his hand immediately, very deep wound.
Cuts his hand deeply from an angle that's impossible to have cut your hand. Like the part of his hand that got cut was horizontal to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any
But
sense.
it's glass. I mean, it's translucent. You can't really.
Ben literally said in the middle of that didn't even, like, that mathematically doesn't even make sense. Like, visually, mathematically, like, nothing about that.
So then she goes, "Oh, you don't want it to get infected? Let me suck on it."
Yeah, let me put my dirty mouth on it.
And she did have a dirty, dirty mouth.
Yeah, because she's a vampire. She's
Well,
a vampire, a Nosferatu.
yeah, she's an actress who was hired for her tits. So.
Yeah, and that guy got his hand sucked on that actress, and I guess that's the highlight of
And
his
then immediately
career.
she's like starts kissing him on the neck, and he like
She
forgets
sucks the blood out of his hand
about
out.
the girlfriend that she just smashed on the floor.
Yeah, completely like disregards her. I mean, I'm gonna burp now, and I'm gonna be very drunk and go on the record and say this:
Go on the record.
who wouldn't disregard for those tits?
They are very nice. They are very nice. Soft little pillows.
She's sucking on her hand. She's got soft little pillows on her chest.
And then, and her hairline. That's probably the worst part about her. No, not even probably. It's absolutely
absolutely
the worst shit ever.
Absolutely.
You're like, what is going on here? Like, is she, like, does she just have, did she get scalped? And then,
she's got the
then like someone just put a wig on top of her.
She's got like it literally looks like her scalp was ripped off, put back on, and sewn back. And it's like a Frankenstein thing almost.
Yeah.
It's like it makes no sense.
And I never knew that in both films. I never knew that the Wolfman or like werewolves were so prominent in Dracula either.
Oh,
did you?
Yeah. Dracula. In Dracula, he can turn into a wolf.
Yeah, I fucking never knew that.
What sucks is modern interpretations of vampires take that away entirely and make them separate. And it's like,
Yeah.
but Dracula is terrifying because he's both.
Yeah.
He can turn into a wolf, and it doesn't have to be a full moon. It's whenever. He
Yeah,
can just turn into a fucking wolf. Mm-hmm. And he can turn into a bat, and he can turn into the fog, and he can turn into smoke, and he can just disappear. Mm-hmm. Like, he's evil, like all the powers of evil.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing about the Francis Ford Coppola Dracula, is they included all of that lore into it. Like, he just turns into a wolf and turns into a bat and turns into smoke and just appears in front of people, and his eyes appear in the skyline, and like he's over everything.
I very much liked the eyes in the skyline.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, I loved that.
That was
But
the coolest shit.
I will say, I think the coolest part about the movie is when Lucy, the redhead, is running away, and she's kind of like
With the red.
tempted
Yeah,
by
and
like that red dress is just flowing, and like
Yeah.
that scene in the garden
and
of her
Winona
like
Ryder
going
like follows her, and it's all symmetrical.
and
she's,
then
like,
Winona
floating
Ryder is
through.
also in the silky blue and bouncing down the staircase, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, Winona Ryder, my God.
She's not wearing a bra. You look good. You look pretty good.
Hey.
No, but visually, aside from
Yes,
the,
aside from that, yeah.
it looks
Thematically,
incredible.
and like
it looks like,
cinematically.
Yeah, cinematically incredibly well
Yeah,
done.
it's awesome. It looks so good.
Really cool photography. Head over heels better than 3D Dario Argento. And can't stress this enough, guys. Don't watch that movie.
Yeah, I really don't. Like, it's not. See, this is like.
We wanted to promote a bad movie and be like, Dario Argento. We're gonna make fun of it. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be sexy. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't even support it. Go watch Suspiria. Go watch other movies by Dario Argento. After 1985, don't watch anymore. Fuck
Well,
it.
we've done other movies that are not considered good movies, but they're
they're
so much more entertaining than this pile of shit.
We've done 2 movies by a good director that are not considered good movies by that director, and they're entertaining. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's a good
they're so
director.
entertaining.
And then
And they have
Castle
Jeffrey
Freak.
Combs.
Yeah, and then one has Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, and one of them's a terrible movie, but has Jeffrey Combs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
See,
know.
this is why I don't understand if anyone listens to or watches Red Letter Media where they literally do best of the worst. I don't fucking understand how they watch
the
three fucking terrible movies.
They seem to do it.
It makes more sense to me now when you because they video it and you look at their faces and they're not happy. It makes so much more sense to me now that they're like they hate their lives.
They hate it.
But I don't know how they keep on doing it to themselves because I couldn't even get through this.
It's either a paycheck thing. Like if we were getting,
it's a paycheck.
if I were getting a paycheck to watch shit like this, I would sit through it. I would actually make myself sit through it, and filming it, it would make it, knowing that it's being filmed, it would make it a little better. Like I'm at least something is coming out of this.
Yeah.
But when I'm viewing it, and
then we just have to talk about it.
We have to talk, and there's nothing to talk
There's
about.
nothing to talk about.
The only thing you can talk about is how bad it is, and why do you want to talk?
And not even there's not even
not
aspects.
in a good
You can't even
way.
pick out things that are like this is so bad. It's just dull.
Yeah, it's not interesting. It's one thing to go, I'm gonna watch a bad movie. Like Troll 2. Troll 2 is a great bad movie. Vampire's Kiss is a great bad movie. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
They're bad, but they're
every
fucking
line
hilarious.
is quotable.
Yeah, it's quotable. There's something to say. There's something to question. Dracula, Dario Argento's Dracula, it has nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about tits. I don't want to talk about pornography.
Yeah.
That's
we
kind
know.
of what
We already
movies-
know about that.
Yeah, we all know about that.
We're
And
adults.
there's
There's
nothing to
titties.
say.
Yeah, cool.
There's nothing to say. I don't know. It's terrible.
And I think we came.
I feel like Larry David. I'm watching this movie. I'm just it's terrible. What?
And I made the joke in the second movie, fucking Francis Ford Coppola's, when they were at the funeral scene, that they just turn around and Larry David's just there
He's like, shut up. It's a funeral. Shut up. Quit crying so loud.
It is it's just such a, you have to make jokes to keep yourself going through these films. And it's not a director thing, obviously, because we watch great director do it, and we watch a decent director do a poor version as well. Yeah. But I think we came to the conclusion that it's the story of Dracula.
It's not entertaining.
It's not interesting or entertaining.
Is it because it's been done so many times?
I don't think so, because I didn't really know the whole
the Renfield, and he's got the control over the person, and the guy comes to sell him property or whatever.
Yeah.
He's his real estate.
I didn't know that.
All of
and
that.
I saw two versions of it now.
I went to the theater and saw the Bela Lugosi version 2 years ago, and that is the line for line adaptation of Dracula. It's the same story, but that movie is watchable. Mm-hmm. You want to know why? Because Renfield is incredible. Renfield is in that movie way more, and he's insane. Mm-hmm. He's just insane. He's the coolest. He's the funniest.
Renfield played by Tom Waits in the Francis Ford Coppola. He's actually a very good part of the film.
And it's interesting to watch
his parts, almost, the first time you see him, where it's that overhead shot, and he's crouched down and comes up.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. I loved that. It almost
the beginning of this movie was shot so well and so stylistically, and then it hits a point where it becomes so conventional.
It almost seems like an old, when Tim Burton was actually creative. It seems that type of...
It has that era as well, but it has that type of thing, but then it's the guy who made The Godfather, so it has even a step above Tim Burton in those parts. And it's interesting because Winona Ryder is in all of those movies, but it has that Tim Burton feel, but it goes so much further than that when it actually gets there. But then it falls into the conventional storytelling and bullshit.
Yeah, and not playing with it or anything, straight
it's
fucking up.
It's playing with the coolest parts, and then straight up just turns into
It's just too much of a straightforward story.
It's so straightforward.
There's cinematography is nice in some regions, but it's not creative the way they're telling the story. It's just so
Parts of it are the women walking out with the crazy gowns and
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's just like it's like a.
And then, like,
ooh, that looks good. But
it's like, oh, that looks great. Like, oh, like when I know a writer's writing her letter and they're in that castle and it's like the green room or whatever, and it's like just like beautiful plants and like it's all symmetrical and it's like Stanley Kubrick could have shot that, or something like that. And then you see the rest of the movie and you're like, well, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's not like, it doesn't hold through the rest of the film. It's not consistent. Like, it's great cinematography and then just serviceable conventional storytelling. Mm-hmm. It's not. Like, it doesn't take like a interesting turn.
Yeah. Yeah, and Gary Oldman does a great job because he's great.
Deserves an Oscar.
Just found out. We
Yeah.
just looked it up because we were like, how many Academy Awards has he won? None. Like, let's find out. Has not won any and was only nominated for one in 2012.
Which is insane to me. I mean, he was playing in True Romance, doing Academy Award worthy stuff.
Yeah, it's like, what?
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. Fuck Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, I mean, I like his performances.
I like Leonardo, but like, this is a bigger issue.
Yeah. So Gary Oldman needs an Oscar, guys.
Gary Oldman is only been nominated for one
Oscar
and is not one. That doesn't make any sense.
It's not. It's
not a thing.
It's insane.
Like,
it
like
feels
literally
like it isn't real.
Yeah, it literally makes the Oscars mean nothing to me now. Like, they didn't mean much to me, before.
But now
it's like, what? What the fuck is this?
It makes no fucking sense.
I think that Gary Oldman does do unconventional roles, and he's not always the lead. And
he's a character actor, and that's what he's great at. But Leon the Professional as the DEA agent, like, I'm sorry, that is an Oscar-worthy performance if I've ever seen one, and it's not in an Oscar-worthy film. Like, that movie is violent smut to a certain extent, but he is so fucking good in it. He's so fucking good in it.
But I think that might be the reason why he might not get recognized for...
Because he takes these interesting roles in films that are not necessarily great.
And the Academy might not want to be, like, promoting this film that's, like, but it's like, it shouldn't fucking matter.
It shouldn't fucking matter. Like, it shouldn't fucking matter.
No,
like,
it shouldn't.
Even if the movie's not great, I've never seen him do a bad job. I've never seen him do a bad job, even in fucking Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
He's great.
He's like the best.
He's Sirius
Prisoner of Azkaban is the best shit ever.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Uh-huh.
Gary Oldman is a treasure.
Yeah, for sure.
Dame Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench. You tried it again. It's the whiskey talking, guys.
James Judi Dench.
Jane. You know what I'm fucking saying. Gary Oldman and Dame Judi Dench are fucking treasures.
There we go, folks. You heard it here first.
It's first.
Holy shit, we got through that. No, we didn't. We didn't fucking finish either film.
We didn't finish either film, and we're not going to finish this podcast in a way that you're used to because we didn't finish the fucking movie.
Hey, but you're not used to anything yet, so it's fine. You didn't watch both of these films before if you watch both of these films before listening to this podcast, you're an idiot. And I can't believe that you're listening to this.
I don't understand if
you should have literally just stopped listening to this podcast altogether because we even told you. I don't even think this is going to be... We're not going to even say what movies we watched for the title of this. No. We're just going to say Halloween Unspecial.
I love that. Yeah, it's the Halloween not special episode. Fuck this episode.
The worst Halloween.
Like, great Halloween party. We had a great
Halloween. Great night.
Great Halloween. Not a great episode. I'm sorry, guys. We couldn't deliver, but the movies that Halloween presented us were terrible.
Oh, man.
We got new Stranger Things to watch.
Yeah, have not watched any of it yet. Heard
Season-
great things. Can't
Great
wait.
things. Season finale of The Deuce is tonight.
Oh fuck! I have to watch like 4.
What?
Well, I think including this one, I'll have to watch 4 episodes.
It's
Like probably 3.5.
it's so good. You have to
I
finish
know,
the
no,
show.
I fucking love it. I'm not going to not.
I know,
I'm not
I
going to
know.
do your leftovers shit and just not fucking finish it. You're the one who told me about that show, and I got ahead of you, and now you haven't even
I
finished
showed it to you. I showed it
I
to you.
know.
I like sat there with you and watched the entire first season with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I have a girlfriend now who wants to watch things with me, and then we don't watch.
Has she not watched Leftovers?
She's seen the first 2 seasons, but didn't watch the last 2 episodes of the second season.
Really? Second season's great.
And I
Second
finished.
season's
I
great.
know, and I finished the second season and started the third, and then I was like, I'll finish the show with you, and then she never got up. And then in that time, I've watched the entirety of Game of Thrones, the entirety of the Fast and the Furious.
I don't even want to think about that.
The entirety of Game of Thrones.
That sounds terrible.
I thought it would be.
It's a battle.
It's actually fun to watch.
Yeah, no, I very much enjoy some certain aspects of it. But man, there's a lot of shit where I'm just like, can something just happen? Can please something happen?
But if you're watching it in a row like that, where you're like, it just things happen.
Yeah, you're not waiting for next week.
Yeah.
It pisses you off when you
have
have
to
like
wait.
you have a week where nothing fucking happens but politics, and you're like, what? No,
This
you
was
gotta give me something.
This was conversations. There's nothing happened here.
God
There's
damn
only
it.
8 episodes left, though.
I know. Yeah, the next
There's
season,
only going to be 8 episodes.
which is great because the last season was awesome.
Yeah, the last season was
But
good.
they're gonna be longer. I think it's
Action-packed.
gonna be 6 episodes actually. It's
6
gonna be 6
episodes,
like
and they're
hour
gonna
and a
be
half. They're all gonna be like
2
movies.
hours. Yeah, it's going to be 6 movies. The show's going to release 6 movies.
And they're not gonna come out till 2020.
Yeah, pretty much. Like 2019, 2020. Which is crazy! Like, in 2010, this wasn't even a thing. And we're in 2017 going,
That's so
we gotta
much.
finish it in
That's so much
2020.
content. There's a lot of tent.
It's a lot of tent. It's a lot of tent. There's so much tent to watch. You got Hulu, you got Netflix, you got
I'm scared.
Amazon Prime, you got YouTube Red, you got people going, do you want to see a dead body? That's a show.
Yeah,
It's a show.
yeah, with Reese Witherspoon.
She's on it. Who hosts that show? It's a comedian.
I have not seen it. I only heard about it.
I've only seen the funnier guy.
I can't remember what podcast he was. He was a guest on it.
He was
And
a
it
guest
was,
on Comedy Bang Bang, and he was a guest on How Did This Get Made, where he promoted it.
Okay, well I think I'd listened to the
How Did This Get
Comedy
Made?
Bing Bong.
Comedy Bing Bong.
Yeah.
It's Rob Hubel. Is that his name?
Oh, Rob Hubel is on it. Yes.
Yeah, is that the host?
Yes.
Rob Hubel?
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's amazing. That whole group is incredible.
He was on fucking Hollywood Handbook is what
Is
he
that what-
promoted
that
it
what
through
he did? Yeah.
because they literally like went off on a tangent of him just being like, yeah, we just find dead bodies. And we film it and they just go along with it, obviously. They like bleed him there almost. And
No,
then are just like,
that's what he did
oh,
on the-
yeah, so dead bodies, huh? Well, that's super interesting and totally fine.
He did the Jason X, the most recent episode of How Did This Get Made with Paul Scheer and them, and then they did Jason X, and it was Jenny Slate and him and Jason Mantzoukas, and he promoted it at the end, being like, yeah, we go find. I show people celebrities' dead bodies, and no one's questioned it so far. No one's questioned like, where I find these, and Jason Mantzoukas is like, I'm convinced that you put them there. Like, I know you. I know you. I know you're putting them there. You're the killer.
Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Podcast.
Podcast where we talk about podcasts. If you haven't listened to these podcasts, if you have,
This is an alcoholics podcast.
it's turning into one now.
Yeah,
This is not.
I can't watch these movies
We're not
anymore.
even. This is the 4th episode.
It's the 4th episode. I can't do
And
this.
there's
anymore.
gonna be so much more. We're gonna get so angry and bitter.
I think that's where the Red Letter Media guys start. Because like I watch their videos and sometimes I'm like, I don't agree with you. I want to give it more of a chance. I want to give it more lead.
Yeah.
Like I liked its cinematography enough. I like its production design enough. I liked the ambition it had or something. Like I want to give it something, and they're just like, fuck that movie. And I'm starting to understand why.
Yeah, but also it's like there's Mike and Jay have very like.
But
they butt heads sometimes very much because
both of them are gatekeepers to a certain extent.
Yes,
like,
but one very much understands, like the beauty of storytelling and cinematography and all that, and I think they both do. But one more enjoys it, and then the other one, fucking Mike, likes just schlock out the ass and thinks that X-Men Wolverine Origins is a better film than the Wolverine, And it's like, that's fine, I guess, like to each his own. And I understand it to a level.
If you're going to...
But that bleeds into like their reviews. I think about that. I'm like, okay, well, like this is this mind saying it.
Yeah. Well, they're at a point where people listen to them and accept what they say. Like they're more legitimate reviewers than the actual critics sometimes.
Yeah, than
like,
Roger Ebert.
Well, Roger Ebert, he's. Yeah. I think they might be a little bit more legitimate than him now. RogerEbert.com fucking sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
People on Reddit.
Fuck you, Roger.
I hate you. You got me into movies. You were my favorite reviewer, and then you had to die, and I hate you.
Wait, is he dead?
Roger Ebert's totally dead. Totally dead. He died years ago.
I think I did know it, actually.
He died years ago.
He looked like a corpse.
He had the lower, his
when
entire jaw.
When he died, he looked like a corpse.
His entire jaw.
After he died, he looked like a corpse.
He looked like a corpse before he died. He didn't have a jaw.
So spooky. Good job, Halloween, Roger Ebert.
Good job. That's my costume next year. I'm gonna put old man makeup and take my jaw
And then you're
away.
gonna green screen your jaw away?
Yeah. You're live.
Wow, that's cool.
It's gonna be a cool costume.
I like that.
It's gonna be a cool one. But what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
We were talking about just shitty movies and people reviewing them and podcast.
Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They make reviews, and I don't agree with them all the time, but I totally get where they're coming from now.
Yeah, I enjoy their content. They're just mostly regular guys just talking, so it's fine.
I want to go work for them. Like, hire me.
They watched recently this week. They did a best of the worst Halloween edition, and they watched 3 movies that looked absolutely entertaining, like shitty ass movies, but looked. There's one. I think it was Hack-O-Lantern. Excuse me very much. I'm so sorry, podcast listeners.
Burping like crazy.
And they watched one called Hack-O-Lantern where there's a creepy old grandpa who like rapes his daughter on her wedding day and like kills her husband. And it's like, what? Like, yeah, like it's just like, and it's super weird, but he changes his accent the whole movie. And it's the guy he's in Blade Runner. I can't remember exactly. He has like one scene at a bar. It's like this older gentleman.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He like asks him if he like bought some type of weird Ridley Scott sci-fi thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember the line, but he's doing like Southern Belle accent, and then he's doing like almost like a Tom Waits accent. He's like doing like weird like low Hack-O-Lantern, I think is what it is. Hack-O-Lantern is definitely what it is because they watched Vampire Assassin, which is a Blade ripoff, and they called it Dull Blade. And the actor who's on the front of the DVD is not even the actor who's in the movie. Different guy. Complete different guy.
That's what they watched on Red Letter Media?
Yes. Then they watch Hack-O-Lantern with this creepy old grandpa who's the best part about it because he just, like, he keeps the vitals up in the movie just by being fucking rambunctious. and entertaining. And then they watched some fucking movie that is like a mix of The Exorcist and it's not Carrie, but it's like Carrie's Curse. It's some names like Carrie's Curse or some shit, and it looks fucking awful.
They watch some movies that look so good so bad they're good.
Well, so bad that like the decisions that the people made to make the movie are just like so fucking hilarious that it makes the movie amazing. It's like you can just see it. There was literally in Vampire Assassin, they're filming mostly like all the scenes are in like a fucking toilet paper factory. You can see behind them, it's like Scott toilet paper like boxes.
It's like real toilet paper factory. That's
Yeah,
insane.
and so like they have these like henchmen like shooting arrows at dull blade, and one arrow goes by him, and it doesn't even penetrate a box. It just sticks in between them. They just put the arrow in between the boxes that are stacked to just like.
That's insane to me.
And they like freeze frame it, and they're like, "Oh my!" And Rich Evans obviously like laughs like crazy.
Yeah, he's the
it's like
funniest
the
laugh.
worst thing ever.
Why are there so many bad movies, man?
But it's the worst when they're high budget and
And
they're bad.
Like Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage. That is a super high budget movie.
Hell no, I did not watch it.
We watched it together.
Drive Angry?
Yes.
No, I did not watch that movie.
We watched it together. We turned it off halfway through because it was so fucking bad.
When?
When we lived in the old house. When we lived in that old house and we were watching Nicolas Cage movies and we put on Drive Angry.
I don't even remember.
It was after we watched Legion. One of the weekends we were watching, or Fargo or something, before we moved here. And we put on Drive Angry and we watched half of it and we turned that shit off and took shots of whiskey afterwards.
to
Forget
suppress.
about it. Yeah, it was so bad. Like we all three, like Jordan was here. She like took whiskey with us, and she doesn't even drink whiskey that often.
Yeah. She's like, I need that shit.
That was terrible.
Please.
That was terrible. But there are movies like that. Like why? Fuck you. Fuck you, movies. That's what I want to
fuck
scream.
you,
Like
movies.
why?
Like, besides Nicolas Cage, there's a woman in that film, right? Who's pretty prominent.
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard's in
Heard.
it, yeah. I guess she kind of does some.
She's the best
schlock.
part about the movie. Though. She's the best part about the movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's a part where Nicolas Cage is fucking a girl in that movie and she's like, why don't you take your clothes off? And he goes, I don't like to disrobe before a gunfight.
I
And then
remember
the
that.
people bust in
That
and they
just
start
brought me
shooting.
back.
Yeah, and he's fucking her the whole time he's shooting them.
What a line.
Oh, I don't know what we're going to talk about, man. I mean, like, this whole thing was to talk about movies. This whole thing is to connect over films and like, do we want to do bad movies from now on, or do we just want to watch like good movies
Well,
that
I
we've
think
never seen and then talk about them?
I think that there's a line. There's a line.
I mean, there's totally
and you
a line.
can't always predict the line.
It's hard to predict the line.
And I don't think that.
But like, what are we like? What's our objective? I think that's.
I think
the
our
real
objective is to
question.
review what we watched. And
I
I think
agree.
I don't
I
think
agree.
we should be picking, the worst movies we can find. But if we find a movie and we're interested, that's fine.
But we shouldn't be picking Fellini. Like we
Yeah,
can't can't watch Fellini.
Fuck no.
And
Already, like Prince of Darkness was
that was the
fantastic
perfect movie.
to
That
watch,
was the perfect
but
movie.
man, such a lull, such a fucking lull,
Yeah.
where they're just setting up science equipment. And
there's terrible shit.
you can't fucking predict this
Is it
shit.
the state of mind we were in because we like partied all night and we were in costume? It was
No,
Halloween, and
I
like
don't
we
think
woke
so.
up and we were all kind of out of it, and like I mean he's fucking sleeping, and like I mean I don't know. Like I loved Prince of Darkness. I hated Dracula 3D. I hated it.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible, and I enjoyed aspects of Dracula, by Francis Ford, but as well, kind of fucking hated it. Because it's just fucking the story.
Story sucks. Like,
see,
obviously Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola is a good movie. It's just that story is so fucking boring.
Yeah, I almost like, I don't remember the name of the woman who writes the series that like Interview with the Vampire sparked from.
Anne Rice.
Yeah. And I don't know if that series has an origin connected to Dracula.
Kind of.
Maybe.
They kind of do.
Yeah.
But see,
But,
Anne Rice
but
does
that's like a
great
whole
job
different
world-building.
world. And I don't think I give a fuck about Dracula. I like vampires, but like Interview with the Vampire is like my fucking favorite vampire movie. It's fucking perfect. And it has emotion.
Anne Rice really captured like the tragic aspect of the vampire and then still made them like entertaining to watch and not like obsessive. Like they're obsessive but like in a different way and like
there's like comical parts, there's tragic parts, there's like scary parts,
and there's like a logic to it all. Like she can like those vampires can like transfer the power or they can kill and there's like a way they do
you almost understand it. There's enough exposition where you're not just in the dark, you're like, oh, they can do that. You're not just like
you're watching Dracula like, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, I guess he can do that. Like, I guess his shadow can just like react his emotions in the background. I guess he can turn into a wolf. I guess he can turn into a fuck. I guess he can just be whatever the fuck he wants. How the fuck did they kill him? How the fuck did they kill him? He can just turn away. He just disappear.
Yeah.
Like, there's no logic to it, but Anne Rice definitely builds a world.
Yeah,
And it's
for sure.
It's a cool world.
And obviously how that whole movie is presented with like Christian Slater being the reporter and like kind of interviewing. Well, obviously,
it's
a
an
vampire,
interview,
but
it's great,
how that story is told, like
the
fucking
framework
amazing,
of it is,
dude.
It's emotional and it's like, I don't know. There's heroes, but then they're all anti-heroes. They're all evil, but like you root for them and like it's handled well and it's epic.
And like
it's epic in scope.
The whole thing, like you feel it when Kirsten Dunst, when she realizes when she's looking at a woman that she can never become a woman.
Oh,
that is like,
and Kirsten Dunst as a child, like
portrays
it well, like
so well.
Like you can understand where she's like the acting is so good. I mean, it's obvious that Kirsten Dunst has become a star, and I'm super glad that she has become the kind of star she is because she didn't get fucked up in the normal way. Like she does great work now, and like I'm super glad to see that. And, like it makes that role even more poignant because you realize like you're watching an actress who, even as a child, was capable and like did a great job. Like made you feel like when she dies, I cry.
Yeah.
Like I feel that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can't stop watching it.
Her and fucking Louis, like Louis was great the entire time. Brad Pitt does so fucking awesome in it. Like he's such a
Tom Cruise.
He's such a heartfelt vampire.
Louis, man.
The whole time, it's amazing.
He's just looking for love. Tom Cruise is the same way, and like in a different way at the same time. Like she does a great job building that world.
He has his own agenda, but then he's not so much like against them. But then when they like fucking, when she like kills him, how do they initially kill him? They like set him on fire or some shit. Or no, she makes him drink
She drinks poison.
blood or some blood. Oh, cold blood.
Yeah.
It's like someone's cold blood and he's like, oh, like just fucking dying.
They kill him,
and then
but they
drop
don't-
him in the swamp.
Yeah, they kill him, but they don't kill him.
And then his whole thing is like a revenge aspect.
But then he like falls in love with Louis again, and he it's like revenge, but at the same time, like he never really like he's still in love with his creation.
It's fucking nuts.
And like
and
he's
the
still
sexuality is still there too.
And there's this like and the homoeroticism is there.
Yeah, that
and
is
like
nuts.
there's like all this stuff going on in that movie that is handled so well. It's balanced so well. I like the homoeroticism of Interview with the
It looks.
Vampire.
It looks.
It
No,
It played
is
well.
handled very well. It's played well. It brings. It feels natural. It's not like forced.
It
Like just like it's not like this is a homo movie. Like, it's not like, this is
not at all.
about homosexuals. Like, this is, it's just, it plays so naturally. I love it.
It incorporates it in a way that, it should be incorporated, like in the way that it's like, it's just natural, nobody questions it. And like, that's how we should be. Like any movie where you see the homosexuality incorporated in a way where it's like, it's just part of it. And it's not a question, it's not brought attention to, it's just part of it. That's how all of that stuff should be. Like anything should be. Like race, gender, all of it. It should all just be incorporated in a way where it's like, you don't even question it, it's not even brought up, it's not even part of the forefront, it's just part of the story. And then the story is being told. And that's why it's so successful. And it's controversial. Sure. It's worth mentioning because of the time period it was made. If it was made now,
even now,
it would be worth mentioning,
dude.
Yeah, but
come on.
100 years from now, or whenever it becomes normal,
maybe
to portray
I hope
it,
so, but shit.
But like, it'll still always be worth mentioning because of
back in the 60s.
time.
I'm sure black people were saying the same thing. You know, oh man,
the jazz singer. At least we're
50 years from now. Hopefully, this will be better. Yeah, it is a little, it's better, but
yeah, and like,
still,
they won for Moonlight, and then you have people like Brady Snellis going like, "That's not the way they should have won." Like, it's an okay movie, but like black people deserve better than that movie or something. And I love that movie, but that's the argument.
I'm not listening to that. Yeah,
and
it makes you question. It makes you question the approach to it, like why they were given the award.
Yeah, it's
was
like,
it the movie
we're honoring
or
a black movie, and then it's like, okay, is it the movie that we're honoring, or is it because that it's black? And like but just framing it as like, oh, we're honoring a black movie, makes you question like, well, is it because the movie's good, or is it because we're trying to be PC?
Yeah.
And like, but then he calls attention to it, and he goes like, it's because they're black. It's because we're trying to be PC, and like the movie's okay, and the movie has qualities, but like it's not.
And what was it the year before where it was Oscar So White? Yeah.
And then
and that adds to it, and you're just
and Oscar So White,
like, fuck this.
The year
this
before
sucks. Fuck that shit.
But Moonlight is a great film.
Still not seen it. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's good. It's slow though.
That's totally fine. I like.
It's not long though.
I like
it doesn't
it
feel.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't feel.
You're not
like
gonna turn it off.
Yeah, you're not gonna turn it off. It feels appropriate, but and there's a gay aspect to it, the homosexual aspect to it, that Brady Snells also talks about, and it's like, why make a homosexual movie and call attention to the homosexuality and just award it something because it portrays homosexuality in a positive light, or in the sense that like the protagonist is a homosexual at all, like that. Yeah. That's a big deal. So like, let's give it an award. And
that's so double-edged as well. It's hard to
Yeah, and it's like people are just giving it an award because there's an actor playing a homosexual, and he's black, and it's like there are these like PC things we need to award, and it's like, well, is the movie actually worthy of it? I liked the movie, but I do agree that like there is some heavy-handed shit. I mean, like there's a guy giving another guy a hand job on the beach, and it's like done in such a way where it's beautifully done, but it's literally in the moonlight, and then it all builds up to their meeting at a diner when they're older, and like it's beautifully done, but in my opinion, but I'm a straight white male.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know if my enjoyment of the film comes from my own guilt of being a straight white male, inherent to the fact I am.
Yeah.
Like, and I have no idea how that like actually clouds my perception of the film.
Yeah. But you try your best, consider these things.
You think about it, and then you go, but I still liked it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy it won an award, and like, I don't know if the fact that it won an award is going to be a negative connotation for the world or a positive connotation for the world, but I would hope it's a positive connotation because
for sure.
I enjoyed it, and I want to see more films like that, and I want to see more films like that, and if that's not the perfect film, I want to see more films that take that to a more perfect level.
Yeah.
Where it really portrays it.
That's a step,
Yeah. Like, I want to see...
that would be just fine.
Like, I'm okay with what it is, but if that's not what they want, I would like to see where they go with it. Like, as subcultures and, like, as filmmakers. Just, I want to see that kind of stuff. But those kind of things to think about are not present in Dracula 3D with Dario Argento.
Not at all.
He's not considering anything like that.
No. Well, that was nice.
We had a good episode.
It ended pretty all right, guys? Come on now. It can make you think a little bit about socio-cultural kind of filmmaking and...
You have to think. Let's talk about film. Okay, let's just talk about filmmaking. Can we just talk about filmmaking for this episode? Because fuck the goddamn movies that we watched tonight.
Well, I think that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we have.
At least we've been talking about, plot and storytelling, and then that led into
and the implications
of the
like,
social aspect of awarding
and like who you're portraying and like how you're gonna portray them. And I burped in the middle of that. That's probably gonna be an annoying sound.
It's okay. Hey, we're not gonna edit that out. Just
sorry guys.
Fucking deal with it.
Listen to me burp. This is a deal with it kind of episode.
I'm sure you're in your car. You're fucking burping all the goddamn time.
If you're eating Whataburger right now.
Scarfing down your fucking taco balls.
Fuck you. We love you. Fuck you, we love you.
All right, bye.
We're not leaving.
I'm just kidding. Really just end it right there.
Oh God. Coming of age, man. We're growing up. We're in the adolescence.
Yeah, we're going through some shit.
Fucking terrible. We don't have a guest this week, but we do. He's just mic'd up and asleep right now.
I wish he was mic'd up. You just hear over the crack, over the crack track.
Crack track. The crack track.
Hear that crackle, baby. Well, it is fire season, and Smokey would like to let you know to. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know what to say.
I think that we might stay mic'd up.
Sweater season.
And record ourselves going outside and standing outside a fire and talking about things that you have no interest in.
That would actually be really good.
Like, I would love to go sit by the fire.
Not tonight. I mean, I would love to go sit by the fire tonight, but
in the future.
In general, just fucking record around a fire.
All right, guys, I'm sorry. Welcome to Coming of Age, where we burp on command.
Welcome to
No, it would be really fucking cool to sit outside and record this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would be cool to do a live episode.
Oh, God. It'd be so cool.
So cool. So cool.
It'd be so great, guys. Would you like that? Comment below on...
Please don't comment. I don't want to know what you have to say.
Honestly, we're not even gonna read them.
I'm too afraid you're gonna be mean. I'm not gonna read them. If I read them and you hurt my feelings, I'm just gonna get this.
We're gonna quit.
I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not gonna quit.
No,
the
thing about that is we can just call people out. So if you...
I was gonna post this on Reddit, and now I don't even know if I can.
If you wanna comment below, that's fine. We're just a couple normal dudes. It's whatever. Do whatever you want. It's the fucking internet age.
We're regular guys. We're
but we'll say your screen name if you're a dickhead.
We'll say your screen name, and we'll...
If you challenge us enough and just make us feel that we have to.
We'll talk about you.
I mean, that's just a disclaimer, If you're fine with that, that's...
I'll tell people your real name if you send it to me.
Yeah, we'll find you.
I'll tell people your real name, and then I'll fucking dox you, and people will hate you.
We'll find you on Instagram, Facebook, fucking Twitter.
Yeah, We're gonna twat the fuck out of you. We're gonna twat the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Spray with juice.
And fake blood.
Mama's milk. Nothing else?
I don't know what else we can spray them with. Fake blood, mother's milk,
Jesus juice.
Jesus juice, holy water. I mean, like, I can piss on them if they want. Like, they can take a
Okay.
All right. I don't know what else you can do. We'll send you a fucking sweater if you find us.
We've got stages of this podcast. They have gone
I promise
from
you,
low to high to low.
you're listening to a story, and part of this story includes lows.
And there's not the climax has already passed.
Here in the resolution, it's just terrible.
It's not gonna get any better.
It's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be sad. We're gonna lose our lives, our girlfriends, our houses.
Damn, I don't have 2 of those.
Oh, you don't have any of that.
You have all 3.
I guess I'm gonna lose everything when I'm doing this podcast.
Yeah, that sucks for you. I'll just lose my life.
I'll still be alive, I just don't have anything. I'll be where you're at.
Sounds good.
Just be friends with people with houses.
Yeah. You have a house? Oh, fuck.
I wish I had.
Can I record a podcast in there? That's what I do. I Craigslist ad it.
Yeah, it's the Craigslist Casanova. Is there a cat?
Yeah, there's a kitty.
That's my cat.
Kitty right here.
Oh, buddy.
Trying to fucking get on the podcast.
Kitty cat, do you want to be on the podcast? Nope.
Come here, Murphy.
He ran away. Did you know his tail is 15 inches long?
Did you know that?
And the record is 17.
Shut the fuck.
He's 2 inches away from having the world's longest cat tail.
Are you kidding me? It's not gonna get any longer. That sucks.
I hope it gets longer.
It's so long. Look at it. It's splayed out right there.
So long.
You guys gotta see that. Hey, we'll fucking post this cattail.
Oh.
If you have a dick as big,
You're crazy.
please post.
Please post a picture if your dick's this big.
Yeah. But
No, his cattail
watch out.
is so long. It's almost the world record for length.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's how big that tail is. And he's so small, relatively
Yeah,
speaking.
for sure.
That tail is bigger than him.
That's fucking crazy.
Longer than he is.
Good job.
Hey, bud.
Hey, great job.
Oh, hey. Oh. All right, guys, I'm going to pick him up. He's being really sweet.
Ran away
He
from
bit me and ran away. Fuck him.
All right, guys, that's it.
This is it.
That's fucking it.
Don't watch Dario Argento's Dracula 3D. It's a waste of time.
You can watch a little bit of. You can watch all of Francis Ford's if you want. If you're interested in the story, that's cool. Story's kind of boring. There's aspects of it that are interesting.
It's a good rendition of.
It definitely does not seem like a Coppola thing, which is kind of
It does in the sense that it's well made.
It's well made,
It
but
is well. It is
you're like,
well made.
that was a Coppola film.
Yeah, you're like, well, this is the guy who made more clips now.
This is the guy who made all those good films.
He made The Godfather. He made The Godfather right there.
I mean, I see how he got the actors in, but Jesus Christ.
No, but it's good.
No, but it's not. I don't like it. All right, bye guys.